guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with another process video. And this one is playing with the Wild Heart, which is a new collection from Crepe Paper. And I am working on this in collaboration with Memory Lane Scrapbook Store, which is just an online scrapbooking store where you can get all kinds of really cool, awesome goodies. And so I wanted to create a really big title element. So what I did is I just took and printed a font that I liked at a size that I liked off of my computer. And then I cut it out of one of the pattern papers that came in the 6x8 paper pad. And so this is kind of like an old school way to create an alphabet like we used to do a long time ago. If you've been scrapbooking a long time, we had like stencils and all kinds of things, and we would trace our letters and cut them out of pattern paper. And so I kind of went back to that same sort of idea because I didn't have the font that I wanted. And so what I did is I went ahead and used that computer printout template and put it, as you saw, on a box so that I could spray some of this Nuvo Mica Mist. And it reminds me of a little bit like Color Shine because it is a shimmery mist, but it does have some real vibrant color to it. And so I think that's the part about it that has the mica, is that it gives that really great luster effect to it. And so the one that I used is called Turkish Rose, and you can pick this up in the store as well. And so what I wanted to do was to have that color show through behind my title. And so the first part of my title is just going to be this oversized word wild that I cut out of that gorgeous pattern paper. And so then I'm taking some more of my scraps from the pattern paper, the 6x8 paper pad, and I'm creating kind of some tiles. And so they're going to go on both sides of my photos in my title. And so on the left, I have 4 different ones right now, and then I'm going to have one larger section that's going to go over on the right. And I am going to do some embellishing to this layout. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I was leaving a little bit of white space around my tiles here, and I'm going to end up kind of moving them around a lot to get them where I want them to be. So I didn't want them all to line up. I wanted them all to be different sizes, and I wanted the starting and stopping points of those strips to be different for each row. So it creates kind of this like brickwork look almost. And that's how it's going to look on the left side. So what I decided I needed is I had a little bit too much of that green. And so what I am doing here is I'm trimming off the bottom of the green, and then I'm adding a little bit of the pattern paper that I use for my letters. And so that's going to go in that bottom corner, and it ends up getting covered up with embellishments, so you don't see a whole ton of it, but I just felt like I wanted a different color down there. And so the 2 photos that I'm using are perfect for this collection. They are of my 2 boys when we got to Discovery Cove, which is a place in Orlando, Florida, where they got to do like snorkeling adventures and swim with dolphins and all kinds of things when we were there on vacation. And so these are just kind of like their intro photos. And so I have that word wild that's going to be the big part of my title. And then I am using from the foam thickers the word memories so that my full title is going to say Wild Memories. And you saw I was just taking a little piece of fun foam there to keep the M in the middle elevated because it actually sits between 2 of my pattern paper letters. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these thickers from the same kit. So I have one that has this little floral element, and then I have the word paradise that I've just layered up on top of that yellow strip over on the right hand side. So I have kind of my triangle going on. There isn't a lot of journaling that I really need for these photos because there's a lot of pictures from this particular day. These were just adorable pictures. They climbed up on this rock, and it was like this perfect little picture spot, and we had just gotten there, and they were so excited to go in. So this is just kind of our introduction, you could say, to this portion of our trip in this travel scrapbook. So I'm going to grab some of the chipboard, and this is also from the Wild Heart collection, and I'm going to add 3 of those little tiny triangles, one down there by Paradise, and then one up by the top part of my title, so that I'm kind of creating the same embellishment cluster on the top left of my older son's picture, and then in the bottom right of my younger son's picture, so it creates some continuity across the layout. And then I'm going to grab this little sticker that says happy, and I'm going to put it on some cardstock and just fussy cut around it. Because I don't want it to be sticky, I want it to have some dimension, because I needed something that I could put on top of those palm fronds I have in that bottom corner to kind of cover up the stems and to tie it all together. And so I knew I needed a word, but since there wasn't one I really wanted on the chipboard or in the ephemera pack, I just made a sticker into a piece of ephemera instead. And that is basically going to do it. So the layout came together really quickly using this gorgeous collection as well as my 2 4x6 photos. So I challenge you to use your pattern paper in a creative way, either to create some brickwork or to make a big oversized title. Do something fun this weekend with your pattern paper, and I'll see you soon. Bye!